Hey there, my name is Whitley Jane and I am a motivational speaker and host of the Get Inspired show. I was first introduced to Cham about a year ago through a friend. He came highly recommended, and for somebody who is a visionary and a little bit of a control freak, I have a really hard time being able to hand over something over to somebody and trust that they can do the job the way that I would do it. I completely was blown away by the results that Cham brought to my business. I honestly can't even imagine where I would be without him. He's played such a huge role in helping me deliver the final product within my my show series, the Get Inspired show. And so he has been extremely on top of everything. He's results driven, extremely efficient, and anytime that I've ever needed him, he's always been there right then and there to help me out. And he really knows what he's doing. He puts attention into the detail of what it is that he's creating. And so without him, I don't think that I would have the podcast. I don't think I would have the show through my YouTube channel. And he has just saved me a ton of time. Like, he saved me hours upon hours of time. I feel like I feel like I have this weight lifted off of my shoulders, and I can focus on the things that I'm really good at and be able to hand over something to him where I can just trust him and I know that he's going to do it the way that I would want it done. So I highly recommend Cham and his services. He is just amazing all around. So thank you, Cham, so much for helping me with my business and really helping me get this show off the ground and out into the world.
Hi, my name is Francis and I am the head of marketing for one of the local dealerships of Hyundai here in Baguio City, Philippines. I worked with Cham before in creating a marketing video for an English as a second language program, and now currently we're working together in creating marketing videos for Hyundai cars. So far I find Cham fun and easy to work with. He is very knowledgeable and very professional in relation to his video editing craft, and he has a broad knowledge and experience in social media marketing. This is a great learning for me and value adding in terms of collaborating with him. And in relation to my profession, it's a big plus. So if you ever get the chance to work with Cham, especially in creating marketing videos, you can grab an opportunity, because I know this guy will help you make videos that work.
Hey, my name is Warren Kearns. I'm an online course creator based down here in South Africa. And as an online course creator, well, I create a lot of video content. And to edit that and to create good quality videos, well, it was becoming an increasingly time-consuming job, and one that I needed to outsource to somebody. To find somebody locally who could do the right job at the right price, well, it was becoming a big challenge for me. Thankfully, a friend of mine recommended and referred me through to Cham, and his team have just been great at delivering the project on time, on cost, and I just couldn't find anybody else who could do it like that. And I never look back. I send them all my work for all my video content creation processes. So if you're looking for somebody to help with your videos, then Cham is your guy.
Hey there, my name is Whitley Jane and I am a motivational speaker and host of the Get Inspired show. I was first introduced to Cham about a year ago through a friend. He came highly recommended. And for somebody who is a visionary and a little bit of a control freak, I have a really hard time being able to hand over something over to somebody and trust that they can do the job the way that I would do it. I completely was blown away by the results that Cham brought to my business. I honestly can't even imagine where I would be without him. He's played such a huge role in helping me deliver the final product within my my show series, the Get Inspired Show. And so he has been extremely on top of everything. He's results driven, extremely efficient. And anytime that I've ever needed him, he's always been there right then and there to help me out. And he really knows what he's doing. He puts attention into the detail of what it is that he's creating. And so, without him, I don't think that I would have the podcast. I don't think I would have the show through my YouTube channel. And he has just saved me a ton of time. Like, he saved me hours upon hours of time. I feel like I feel like I have this weight lifted off of my shoulders, and I can focus on the things that I'm really good at and be able to hand over something to him where I can just trust him and I know that he's going to do it the way that I would want it done. So I highly recommend Cham and his services. He is just amazing all around. So thank you, Cham, so much for helping me with my business and really helping me get the show off the ground and out into the world.
Hi, my name is Francis, and I am the head of marketing for one of the local dealerships of Hyundai here in Baguio City, Philippines. I worked with Chan before in creating a marketing video for an English as a second language program, and now currently we're working together in creating marketing videos for Hyundai cars. So far, I find Chan fun and easy to work with. He is very knowledgeable and very professional in relation to his video editing craft, and he has a broad knowledge and experience in social media marketing. This is a great learning for me and value adding in terms of collaborating with him. And in relation to my profession, it's a big plus plus. So if you ever get the chance to work with Cham, especially in creating marketing videos, you can grab that opportunity, because I know this guy will help you make videos that work.
Hey, my name is Warwick Kearns. I'm an online course creator based down here in South Africa. And as an online course creator, well, I create a lot of video content. And to edit that and to create good quality videos, well, it was becoming an increasingly time-consuming job, and one that I needed to outsource to somebody. To find somebody locally who could do the right job at the right price, well, it was becoming a big challenge for me. Thankfully, a friend of mine recommended and referred me through to Cham, and his team have just been great at delivering the project on time, on cost, and I just couldn't find anybody else who could do it like that. And I never look back. I send them all my work for all my video content creation processes. So if you're looking for somebody to help with your videos, then Cham is your guy.
So in this webinar, we will be talking about the signature high converting sales video masterclass. And I said signature, and earlier I titled this as unique high converting sales video, which is what it really means. But I decided to change it to signature because, yep, that's what we are going through right now. I want you to create your signature. It means it's your own. It's something unique. It's something distinct for you, and not like not similar to those other sales videos that you can see out there. So, uh, our Yep. So by the end of this webinar, you will discover how to create a unique high converting sales video that stands out from the noise. Because you might watch a lot of sales videos in your industry, and chances are they are almost similar, saying the same things. And what your goal is supposed to be is to be different from the rest, so that your video will stand out. And later on, we will go through how you can do this. All right. So if you remember, this is the usual things that we learn from most of the gurus out there. Wherein this is you, and of course you have your audience, and so you want to create your video for your audience, right? And this is the usual process wherein we start with a research. Chances are we do a survey or we search on Google, and we go to YouTube and see those comments, and maybe find their pains and struggles, and their aspirations, whatever they want to do in their life. And then from that, we write a script, right? And then we, of course, in that script, we will insert all those pains and struggles that our audience mentioned. And then we will base our script out from that. And then after that, we will record our video. And it might be a talking head video, or a screen capture video, or maybe even an animated video. And then we will edit the video, publish it on our sales page. So is this process familiar to you? Can you please add on the chat box if this is the usual process that you've been doing before? Let me just hear what you think. Yep. So yeah, this is the usual script that we learned, right? And like I said, there's nothing wrong with this script. In fact, this can still work. But like I said, if your goal is to to create a video that stands out from the rest, you must be you must think differently. And I'm not saying that this is wrong and we must correct it. What I'm trying to say is that you must do something so that you will be different from what the rest are doing, so that as you know, you will be outside the box, and think differently. So again, we will dig deeper into this to this later on. But I just want to present this as the usual way of creating, especially the content for our videos. And if that's what you do, this is what's happening. Your video might be one of these, and as you can see, it is just similar from any other videos out there. So if that's the case, then your video will never stand out. Your video might be good and it's academically correct. You followed all the steps that gurus are teaching out there, but the problem with that is that it will not stand out, and there's no difference from your video from those other videos out there. And as some other gurus out there are saying, you will blend your video, and you will just be gone in the sea of sameness. Rather, your goal must be do something like this. And of course, seeing this, what can you see from this? What catches your attention from this graphics right here? Yep, the color. Because yes, it's bigger and it's distinct from the rest. Yes, the placement, it's unique from the rest of these other graphics, right? It's brighter, right? So this must be your goal in your video as well. As you can see, it stands out from the rest because it has a different color. It is bigger, it's orange, and the rest is blue. And if you ask some other gurus out there, they say that you must be the purple cow, that's something that they never seen before, for you to stand out. Or when I joined Brandon Lucero's boot camp, he said you must be the purple dog in the sea of cats. So if all the other videos out there are cats, you must be distinct, and you must be the purple dog, and you must stand out from the rest, and so that your target audience will see just you, and they will just ignore everyone else, and just focus on your own sales video. But you can just call it however you want. But the point here is that your goal is must be to create a video, a sales video that stands out from the rest. So I guess you're getting the idea already. So let's not spend so much time on this. Rather, let's dive deeper on how you can actually do this. All right. So the next question here is that, so how to be unique and stand out, right? Because if you see these graphics, well, that's easy. All you have to do is make this graphic and represent it. But how can you actually do this in the real world? So how can you be unique and stand out in the real world when it comes to video marketing, specifically to sales videos? So first, let's start with your messaging, because as you know, when it comes to videos, there's this messaging, and then there's this audio-visual component that comes with it. But let's start with the messaging, which is actually the content of your video. So this is what we were taught to do, like what I showed you earlier. We will do some audience research, and we will check on their pains and struggles, their dreams and aspirations, and then based on that, we will craft an offer, and we will design our product, our service, or whatever we are offering. Based on their pains and struggles and dreams and aspirations. And this is what I myself am doing in the past. And again, there's nothing wrong with this. But the problem with this process is that sometimes there's a disconnect, and sometimes you have to compromise. Even if you don't like what they want, you have to offer what they want, because, well, that's where the money is, as they say, right? That's what they wanted, so that's what you should offer to them. And again, there's nothing wrong with that. That's what everyone else is doing. But if you want to stand out, and if you want your offer to be distinct from the rest, you might want to stay outside the box and not be limited by this usual process. So I know this is something unusual, and this is something what in contrast to what everyone else is teaching. And I understand if you find it somewhat, what are you talking about, Cham? Are you sure that works? But yeah, I understand if you feel that way, but just stay here with me, and you understand later on why I am teaching this. And by the way, I did not invent this myself. I learned this from a lot of other mentors out there. I enrolled to a lot of video marketing courses and messaging and all that. And lately I came into this, and it really changed the way I run my business right now. So right now I want you to open your mind and be open to this new thing that I'm going to show you right now. In fact, it is even not a new thing. Some other guys out there are already doing it, but only a few people are doing this so that they can stand out. And I want to introduce you this type of process as well. And instead of doing this, instead of being affected usually by the external things, like what others wanted, just remember who you are. Rediscover yourself, because actually, instead of inventing an avatar like what they usually teach, like, okay, you need to imagine this certain avatar, like for example, women in their 40s or 40 plus. And then this is what they wanted, this is their struggle. Instead of imagining that, why not look at you, remember who you are, because actually you are the avatar. And what you wanted to do is attract those people who are almost similar to you, and then craft an offer that you can give to those types of audiences. So does that make sense? Let me go to my next slide here and give you a real example. So anyone here knows who Robert Kiyosaki is, and his book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad? I believe a lot of us read that book. So did you read that book as well? Yep, of course. If you are in the internet, business niche, you surely read this book already, like most of us. And personally, it actually changed the way I see things about schooling and doing business as well. And if you see this process, if you see what Robert Kiyosaki did, this is if you read that book, you know that the content of the book is actually his journey, and it's all about his experiences. And I believe he did not, he did not go to research and did some surveys and created a content that his target audience wanted, right? Rather, he went deeper in himself and talks about his journey, looked back into his experiences that his poor dad taught him that as long as you study hard and then you find a good job, then that's good to go, which is what's the norm during that time was what everyone is teaching during those times. But what Robert Kiyosaki did is that he learned from his rich dad, who in uh, rather start your own business, build your own asset, and then he even said that education is will just make you poor. So he created some content that goes against the grain, and he really stood out. And so from himself, from those journey, from his experiences, he then created a signature program. And of course, he actually wrote a lot of books, but the most popular that we all know is the Rich Dad Poor Dad book. And he created this signature program, which is his process. And then he did some result. I mean, he had this result that he wanted his target audience to achieve, which is a transformation, and that is to start their own business instead of just relying on 9 to 5 job, and just making your boss rich, as as they say, right? So uh, what I encourage you to do is also look back into this process and follow this same structure that I'm showing to you right now. So does that make sense? Can you, is what I'm saying actually resonating with you right now? Yes, of course. Yeah. Okay. So let me actually apply this to myself. So let me just proceed to my next slide right here. So let me just use myself as an example here. And yeah. So this is what I did, especially lately. I look back into myself, into my own journey and experiences. So if you want, you can also do this together with me. If you have some notebook or pen right there, you can do this together with me. So you can make like 3 columns. And then the first column, you can write you, and then your journey and your experience. So you can write anything. So for example, for myself, I was totally unknown I was totally unknown in the video marketing or internet marketing industry. In fact, even in business perspective, I am totally unknown. And then I was a poor college graduate. So I resonate well with Robert Kiyosaki because I agree with what he said. Even if I graduated from college, I transferred from one job to the other, but I was still poor, And then I became a TV video editor. I worked as a freelancer, and lately I became a video marketer, and then I'm also a family man. So as you can see here, I'm looking at my inward stature. I mean, my journey, my own perspective in life, and what I wanted to do is attract those people who are almost similar with my own experiences. So since I'm into videos, like most of you here, I believe that you are also into videos as well, and that's why you enrolled in my courses, because we have some kind of similarity, right? So that's what you wanted. That's what I wanted you to do as well. And I also wrote here that I'm a family man. So chances are I want to attract those people who also have some families, and they do their business, they do what they do because they have why, quote unquote, why, and that is their family. And if that's you, chances are I was able to attract you as well because we have some kind of similarity. So that's what I did. And as you can see here, no one, your journey and your experiences are always unique, and that's what makes you unique and distinct from everyone else. And although, of course, we might have some the same experiences, but still, you will have a different perspective compared to any other people out there. So there's no two persons who are almost who are completely similar. As I say, even twins are not similar in their personality, right? Or even if they are identical twins, chances are they are still different in their personality. So in the same manner, if you wanna, become unique and distinct, especially in creating videos. By the way, I want to go for first this part because this is really important before we go to the technical things about video creation and all those stuff. Uh, because I want to make these things clear first, because I really want you to create a sales video that stand out. So yeah, that's what I wanted you to do right now. I wanted you to look back into yourself, into your own journey, into your own experiences, and you can write down anything else that you think you passed through. If you have some struggles in the past that you passed through, and you are now like this, like you transferred from A to B, those are the things that you need to focus into. And then from there, you can create a program, your signature program. And myself, what I'm creating right now is this program called Create. And I'm on the process of building this big program that I will be focusing on right now. And what I wanted you to do is create something like this as well. And you might say, but Cham, what if my business is different? Like I own a local business, or I provide a service, I sell physical products. Well, yep, yeah, all you have to do is just adjust things a little bit, but the idea is still almost similar. Like for example, if you're a real estate agent and or a real estate broker, and you're selling, properties and all that, you must think of something that separates you from all the other, real estate agents and brokers out there, so that you can sell more, compared to your other competitors. Like you can name a program instead of just selling your real estate property right away, like straight away. You can think of ways to help your target audience, like giving some advice on how to invest in a real estate property. Is it better to invest in a condominium unit or a house and lot property, something like that, and you can name your signature program, your process, and you can name your program into something that they never heard before, to make you something unique. And I will go to this aspect as well more later on. But yeah, you need to have some kind of a process, a unique process that's distinct from everyone else. And then here you need to add some kind of transformation that you want your target audience to achieve. And chances are this will be something that you yourself pass through, so that you can easily relate with them, because, well, you yourself passed through that kind of transformation, or you got that result as well. So like, for example, like I said, for myself, I was totally unknown, but eventually I was little by little became an authority in my area, which is the video marketing niche, especially the video creation part. And I understand this feeling of being unknown, and that you have this value to offer, but because you're totally unknown, it's really hard to for your target audience, for your ideal customers and clients to know you. But thankfully, I was able to transition into. I passed through those processes, like these things. I became a video marketer, and now I'm becoming an authority in my niche. And so that's something that I wanted to take a look at as well. And you must list down a transformation that you wanna provide, or you wanna have your target audience to have as well. All right. So yeah. How are you doing so far? Does this make sense to you? Okay, good. Yep. All right. Yeah. Yes. Great. So yep. This is something that I wanted you to do, and we will go through this more later on. But let me proceed. Okay. So earlier I talked about the messaging, and we will talk more about that later on once we go to the script writing or the crafting of your content. But let me proceed to the audio visual aspect of a sales video as well. And if you've been following me for quite some time, you know that I always talk about this, the different types of video styles, which are live action video, animated video, screen capture video, or hybrid, or a combination of all these. And let's go to each of these one by one, and let's see if where your kind of business will be applicable to. So let's start with live action video. And when we say live action video, of course, it means the video itself. Let's say, for example, your talking head video, or if you're a real estate broker and you're showing live video of that property, then that's a live action video. And a live action video is great for showing the real thing, of course, right? For example, for me right now, I do a lot of talking head video, and this is good for, especially for coaches, for teachers, for real estate, for professionals, especially if you're a real estate broker or something, if you're a dentist, a lawyer, or even if you sell some physical properties, physical products, because of course you need to see that real thing. So you need to use live action video. And unfortunately, this is something that almost no one is talking about. A lot of guys out there are just developing animated video creation software and say that if you use this, you'll create the most amazing type of video, but that's not the case. There are cases wherein for your type of business, you actually need to use a live action video, right? So for example, if I'm teaching, let's say I'm a chef and I want to teach how to cook, right? I cannot use for example, doodle video. Even no matter how professional that doodle video or animated video is, that's not the right kind of video for that kind of topic, right? So you need to understand the type of video that you will use for your sales video. And again, like I said, for myself, I do more live action. I actually combine all of this, but most of the time I use live action videos this time, especially for professionals or for coaches and teachers out there. If you want to build more rapport to your audience, I highly recommend that you do talking head videos, especially during this time around. I know that it's kind of nerve-wracking if you're not used to, facing your camera or recording yourself in front of a camera, but it's a learnable skill. As soon as you get used to it, time will come and it will be good. In fact, up to right now, I still struggle on making my video in front of a camera. I was, a video editor, and I was used to making videos behind the camera, behind the laptop, and all that. But once I started it, it's just a matter of getting used to it. So I know it's kind of hard sometimes, but I highly recommend that you just try and practice, and one day you will be good at it. And again, you don't have to be really good at making talking head videos. The good thing about this stage is that you can always edit out those mistakes and cover them with b-rolls, and we will soon talk more about that. But if you're in those kinds of industries that I mentioned, I highly recommend that you actually use live action video. So who among you here think that a live action video is actually the best type of style that can work for their business? Is live action video good for you? No? Depends. Okay. Yes, in most cases. Okay, right. Yeah, because of course, for some cases, live action video might not be the best. Yeah, it's harder to do, but yes, I admit it's harder to do. But again, like I said, for example, especially for coaches, if you want to build rapport, I highly recommend that you do talking head videos, because it's really different if your students or your target audience see you yourself in front of a camera, because they see a real person, not not just an actor or an animated character, and like I said, if you want your video to be unique, then that's the best way to make your video visually unique, because it's you, right? And you cannot be copied by anyone else out there, because it's you that they can see in your video. So I highly recommend that you still try, even if it's hard. But so that's for live action videos. So let's proceed, and let me talk about the other types as well. And the next one is animated videos. And animated videos are great for visualizing abstract concept, and this is something that, of course, live action videos cannot do. For example, in our time today, how can you show COVID-19 virus, right? It's impossible to show that in a live action video unless you have a microscope and you see that through a microscope. But of course, the best and easiest way to visualize a virus is just by using an animated video. Aside from that, animated videos are good for triggering emotion and exaggerating things. Like if you want to show love, for example, of course you can say love in your live action video, but it's really different if it's an animated video and you see some animated characters, like there are some animated hearts popping up, and those are things that you cannot actually show in a live action video. And this is where animated videos can really come in and help a lot. So if you animated videos are great for industries like software, for example. And if you see a lot of software products out there, their sales videos are usually animated videos because, well, for them to explain the concept of the software that they are selling, it's a lot better to do that in an animated video than, let's say, a talking head video, right? Of course, you can also use a screen capture video, but sometimes if you want your video to be a lot more interesting and a lot more engaging, that's where animated videos can come in. So who among you here thinks that animated video is the best video for their business? Is animated video good for your business? The best style that works for your business? Yeah, again, it depends, yes. For explainer videos, yep, they work well, I agree. Right? Right. Again, so yep, those are the things where animated videos can work really well. So okay, let's now move to the next style, which is a screen capture video. And of course, screen capture videos are usually good for teaching online on your membership online course, for example. And if you have a presentation like what I'm doing right now, or if you are, demonstrating a certain software or a website on how to do this on a website, of course, this is where screen capture videos can come in, and they really work well in that kind of video as well. So what I wanted you to do is actually, just think of the best style that works for your business. But if you ask me personally, I highly recommend combining the use of all of these, because that's fine, Dennis. All right. So just combine the use of all of this, and for example, for myself, although in most cases, live action talking head videos is the one that I'm doing. Sometimes live action videos from start to finish, like for example, if you just watch me talking from 0 seconds to 5 minutes, you might be bored and you might get tired of seeing my ugly face, right? So what I usually do is that I add some combinations, like in between my videos I add some animations as well. Sometimes I do a screen capture video, and I just combine the use of all of this, so that in my video I use all the strength of each of this style, so that I have my talking head video, I'm building rapport, I'm showing that I'm genuine, I'm not just an actor, and I'm a very personal. But aside from that, I also use animated videos to visualize some abstract concept in what I'm saying in my video. And from time to time, I also use screen capture in case I want to, show some videos of other websites or other places online. So I also use screen capture videos within my video. So that's what I personally do, and it's really up to you. Like I said, we have different types of businesses, so just find something that works really well for your business. You can just use a single style, something that works really well for you. But just for me, I really love using combining the use of all of these. All right, so let me just have a certain let me hear from you. What's the best style that you're actually using for your video, or what's the best style that you want to use for your video? Is it live action video, animated video, or screen capture video? Okay. Live action, good. And of course, for my review videos, I usually do screen capture. In fact, in the past, I was all three. That's good. In the past, I was so afraid to face the camera as well, and so in the past, I was just using screen capture videos. But lately, I went outside my comfort zone. Sometimes you gotta you gotta face your fears. And I'm thankful that during the last few years, I'm now being comfortable in front of a camera, and I'm now getting used to creating live action videos. Yes, good. So I'm glad to see that some of you are also wanted to combine the use of all of this. So good. All right. So yep. So that's for the video aspect. So let's now proceed to the next one as well, which is all about audio. And audio is actually something that's not usually talked about in the video creation industry. A lot of people are just talking about your content and your visual component, but almost no one is talking about audio. But what everyone, but actually, audio is a very important aspect of a video. Actually, if your audio is not working well or if it's not so clear, then no matter how good your content or your video is, your visual content is, it will never work. So you have to make sure that your audio content is also good. It must be quality, and that's why I always recommend using quality mic. And I'm not saying that you have to purchase a very expensive microphone like what recording artists out there are using. I'm just saying that it's really great to invest in some kind of microphone like what I'm doing, like what I'm using right now. This is a clip mic, and this is a very affordable microphone that you can just use together with your smartphone or your laptop, for example, and that's already good. The point here is that the better the quality of your audio is, the better your video will be. So for the audio, you can use it for your talking head. For example, if you're creating a live action talking head video, then of course your audio right here is already the audio of your video, and you have to make sure that the video of the, the audio of that talking head video is clear enough so that your audience can understand you well and learn what you're talking about in your video so that they will purchase your products or services. Again, otherwise, no matter how good your content is, it will never work. So you have to pay attention to the audio of your video as well. And the other type of video is the voiceover. Like for example, if you're creating a screen capture video or an animated video and you just want to do a voiceover, of course, you have to make sure that the audio of that voiceover is quality enough as well. And sometimes I also add a music video. Sometimes I add music with some visuals that goes with the video, and that's another great way to make your video exciting as well. And of course, sometimes it's a great idea to use a background music, and this is just a subtle way of adding some emotions to your video, something that other people neglect, but they don't know that background music is actually very important. So, for example, if you remember those, especially those motivational videos that you watch out there, think about it. If you remove that background music from that video and just leave it with the visuals and the voiceover, I can tell you that the impact will be different. Will not be as good as when you have that background music. So that's how important background music is for sales videos. So again, even if it's just like a small aspect of a video, I highly recommend that you still do not neglect the quality of videos of audio. So because it's a very very important aspect of a video. So yep, I don't want to go too technical to the audio visual aspect. I guess you got the idea. So let me now proceed to the next part. And yep, I want to introduce you to the video marketing universe. All right, so can you see this? Can you see this picture right now? The video marketing universe. Before I talk about it. Okay, good. All right, so I can actually just name this as the big video marketing picture or something, but I was actually playing around with my daughter, like when I was making this slide, and she was watching the planets and galaxies, and she began to talk about the universe and whatnot. So I got this idea from her. So I thought, why not use that in my slide? So I created my own video marketing universe as well. Again, my original title for this one was that the big video marketing picture, but sometimes you can learn from your daughter, So I created this video marketing universe. All right, so let me go through this big picture. So the kind of video that you will create actually depends on where you will use that video. And particularly in this video, in this webinar, we are talking about this video right here, which is the sales video for your front end in your funnel. And chances are you already have a sales funnel. And usually you have this front end funnel and you have this sales video. And then for some, they also have upsell number 1 and 2. And of course, sometimes you also need to have some videos on those upsells as well. But aside from this, there are also videos from other places. Like, for example, for me, I use Facebook, especially for my video ad. I use video ad a lot, and it's where I'm getting most of my traffic nowadays that I'm bringing to my sales video. And this year, I began to become active on Instagram as well. I was ignoring it for quite some time because I thought it's not for me, but I realized that I actually need it. And so I began to use Instagram as well, and then of course YouTube. And Facebook and Instagram for me usually are good for video ads. And of course, you can also use this to get some organic traffic through videos. But in most cases, for Facebook and Instagram, they really work well for running ads. But when it comes to organic traffic, YouTube is still king because, of course, it's owned by Google. And I personally use YouTube for video SEO purposes, wherein I rank my YouTube videos so that they will be searched on Google or YouTube, and then I can bring the traffic then to my sales video. And again, the type of video that you create for each of these will be different. For example, if I'm creating a video for YouTube, then I need to I need to target that keyword because YouTube is all about keyword. But if I'm creating a video ad for Facebook, I don't have to target a keyword because anyway, I will just have to place that in front of my audience. And so all I have to do is create a video with a great hook so that I can capture the attention of people on Facebook and make them watch my video on Facebook. And then aside from this, there are also some other videos which I call the awareness videos, and I usually do this on Facebook and Instagram as well. And these are the videos that not necessarily sell your product, but these are videos that just build awareness about you, about your brand, wherein you create some interesting videos that to reach out your ideal clients or your ideal students, to the called audiences, and for you to warm them up, for you to introduce yourself, your brand, what you do, and what you know, what you can provide, and all that. But again, we don't necessarily sell a product here, but just warm them up. And then once they are warmed up, you can retarget them and then introduce an ad. And then from this ad, you can then bring them to your sales video. So as you can see here, sometimes if you do good in these other videos right here, if you do good on your awareness and video ad, you don't have to be salesy on your sales video anymore, because if your audience passed through this process of watching your awareness videos, and they already kind of know who you are, they know what you do, and then you retargeted them and showed them some video ads, and got them excited about your offers, and you brought them to your sales page. This is already a no-brainer, So I want to show this as well instead of just talking about sales videos, so that you will have a broad idea about what's happening in the video marketing world, so that when we talk about this, you understand that here you don't have to be too salesy, because anyway, you can already do some other things in these other parts of the video marketing universe as well. So does that make sense? Are you getting the idea of the video marketing universe before we go specifically to sales videos? Oops. Okay, good. For tracking everything, you can actually track them on your video ad. If you run a video ad campaign on Facebook, I don't want to be too technical here, but for example, if I run an awareness campaign, video campaign, and what I usually, for example, in my last month, I created this video where I talked about why Netflix can make you more productive. So as you can see, it's like it has nothing to do with video marketing, right? But I'm just using that as an awareness campaign, and I targeted those people who are into business, entrepreneur, and all that. And I was just playing around, and I proved to them that watching videos on Netflix can actually make them more productive. And then after that, I retargeted them with another video ad. But in this other video ad, I already told them that there's this software that can make you more productive. So if you want to learn more about this soft, blah blah blah, and I got deeper into this, and then I brought them to the sales page, which is in this case, it's not actually my product, but an affiliate product. So as you can see, you can apply this not only to your product, but even to affiliate offers as well. So this is really powerful. So this is something that you can do as well, right? So that's how I run my awareness to video ad to my sales video. So did I answer your question, Mark? Is that Mark? Yep. So okay, yeah. All right. So that's how the video marketing universe go. That's the big picture. And but right now, I cannot talk about all these things in one webinar, because as you can see, it's very vast, like a universe. So I cannot talk about all of them. But this is something that I will talk in all details in my upcoming program, signature program Create, which I'm actually building. And actually, some of you became a beta member of that already. But that's not the focus right now. Right now, I want to focus on this part, which is specifically for sales video. So let's now proceed to the next slide here, which is on how to create your unique sales video. All right, so again, for you to create a unique sales video, you again need to ask who you are and who do you want to attract. And if you remember during the start of this webinar, I talked about remembering who you are, and then looking back into your journey and experiences. And then, of course, the people that you want to attract are those who are almost similar with you. And, create a program based on that, and then create a transformation or a result that you want to offer to them. So you must have these things. You need to ask who are the people that you want to attract, and what results are you helping your audience to achieve. So for example, for Robert Kiyosaki, he was a businessman, a business person, a thought leader, and then the result that he wants his audience to achieve is to start their own business, something like that. So if you are a real estate broker, you can say, I'm a real estate broker and I want to attract people who wanted to have their dream house, so that they will not be struggling to pay the rent every single month. And of course, that's the transformation that you want them to achieve. For me, for example, I'm now I want to be a thought leader in my niche, which is video marketing, and I want to attract entrepreneurs, and I want to transfer them from being unknown to become an authority leader in their niche through video marketing. So you need to have some kind of statement that's almost similar to that. So this is the first thing that you need to have. So I don't know, can someone share if who are they and what the results they want their audience to achieve? Can you type on the chat if you don't mind, if one of you wanted to share? If not, that's okay. But okay, Alexa, can you please share who you are, who do you want to attract, and what results are you helping your audience to achieve? Okay, so Alexa is a clinical psychologist. So that's who you are. So who are the people that you want to attract? Help people promote their ideas. Great. So okay, this is great. But can you be more specific about the type of people? Because actually, yeah, about the people that you want to attract, we cannot just attract everyone. We need to be more specific, because it's impossible to just attract everyone. You need to nail down your niche into specific type of people. Like for example, for me, I don't want to attract those who are in the wedding industry or in the corporate whatever, or I'm just attracting the entrepreneurs or something like that. Oh, okay, coaches. So coaches, right? So yep. So this is an example. So this is a real example. So for example, for Alexa, he is a clinical psychologist. He want to attract coaches, and the results that she wanted them to achieve is to promote their ideas in coaching. Right? Am I correct? So there we go. Thanks, Alexa. Can we give a round of applause for Alexa here? Right. So thank you, Alexa, for sharing your who you are and what you do. So that's guys, that's the step that we first need to have. We need to be clear on who we are, the results that the people we wanted to attract, and the results that we can give to our audience. So once you have this, you can now proceed to crafting your content. So, all right. So I want to dig deep into this. So please focus your attention because this is probably the meat of this webinar. So this is the most important part. So here, this is and if you want, you can actually do this together with me. This can be an exercise so that I'll not just be here, talking and talking and you're just listening. But if you want, I highly recommend that you can have your pen and a notebook right there, and you can write some things and do this together with me. So from there, since you already have you know who you are and what you do, the people you wanted to attract, the result that you want your audience to have. Uh, yep, we have a recording for this one. Don't worry about it. We will have a replay soon. And then so here, after having all those things, you can then craft your content. So it will be a lot easier for you to craft your content once you have those in place, right? So in crafting your content, like I said earlier, you you still need to understand the traditional rule, you know. So like I said here, understand the traditional sales video script, then break the rule. So what are you talking about, Cham? You might ask, but uh, let me explain. So for example, in the video shooting 101 or in photography 101, we learned in college that there's a rule of having the shot. There are different types of shots, angles, and all that. And then after that, our teacher said that yes, those are the rules, but if you want to be unique and if you want your artwork to stand out, you need to break that rule. But and then he said something like this. But how can you even break the rule if you don't know the rule? Does that make sense? So that's what I'm trying to do right now as well. I want to introduce to you and teach you the rule. But after this, I encourage you to break the rule and not be limited by this rule if you want your video to stand out. So, yep. So that's the first thing that we need to do is understand this rule first, the traditional sales video script. And then if you want, you can play around with this and you can break the rule and go out of the box. And by the way, later on, I will show you some examples of video that totally went outside the box in their video content, but their sales videos are really crushing it. But yep, before breaking the rule, of course, we still need to understand the rule. So in your sales video, the very first part is the hook, or the part wherein you need to say something or you need to show something to grab the attention of your audience. So you can do this by asking a question, by giving a big statement, or by doing some humor. If you know, if you're a funny person and you have that personality, then you can use that as well. Or you can also use some visuals. So for example, in the video that we just created for the Hyundai car for Rensis, they actually don't have this hook. So what I did in that video is that I had to use some visuals. So I had to make some exciting, a music video of the parts of the car with an exciting music to hook the attention of the audience. So that's the first thing that you need to have. You need to have a hook. But if you don't have that visual hook, you can also say something. You can ask questions. So for example, in the case of Alexa, so Alexa, let me just use your example. She can actually ask a question. So for example, she can say, do you want to be able to bring out your ideas easily so that in your coaching program, your students can understand your concept in a very clear way without having to be too technical or blah, 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 something like that. So, you can also start with a question, or you can say a big statement like, in this video, I'm going to show you how to make your ideas clear enough so that your students can understand you well without having to, and you can mention something that they don't want to do. So that's a classic, copywriting hook that uh, marketers out there are using. So you can also use that kind of hook. So that's the hook. So I hope you got that. So what I wanted you to do is do something in your niche that works for your niche. So for example, if I'm a real estate agent, I can say something like, do, do you wanna have the house of your dreams without having to spend a lot of money and without paying monthly rent, something like that. So you need to mention some struggles that they have right now, and some result that you wanted them to have. So that's the hook. All right. So after the hook, you can then introduce yourself and build credibility. And in introducing yourself and in building credibility, of course, you must do this as short as possible, and you can brag without bragging. And what I mean by that is that instead of just saying, "Hi, my name is Chamal Tatis. I've been making videos for the last 10 years. I did this and that. I'm an awesome guy." You need to connect your credibility to the to your experience, or the experience that your audience had, that you also went through, so that you can connect your introduction to this part, which is relating with their problems. So in myself, for example, I can say, "Hi, my name is Chamal Tatis, and after making multiple sales videos for the last 10 years, I know the problem of talking in front of the camera. I know the struggle of technical things, blah 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 blah," something like that. So that's the way to introduce yourself and build credibility without being too, what do we call that? Well, being like you're bragging a lot. So does that make sense? So if you introduce yourself and build your credibility, do it in a way that it's soft enough and it's connected to uh, relating with the problems. So so that's the next part already. After introducing yourself, you need to relate with your problems, and this is your chance to actually connect with your audience. And here you need to understand, you need to mention the situation where you are at before, and the best way to do this is actually tell your story. And this is where you can really get unique as well, because your story is always unique. Your story is not always is surely different from anyone else's story out there. So this is where you can stand out from the rest of other people in your niche. So for example, again, in my case, I can say something like, I understand that in the past that I myself also passed through that, being a known person. I know that I have this value to offer to the world, but I was totally unknown, and I really wanted to make a video and show myself on camera, but I was so afraid because uh, I'm afraid for people to see my face. I have this lousy accent. Uh, English is not my first language, and people from other parts of the world might not understand me. They might laugh at me, and so I understand that struggle. So you see what I did right there. I was relating to my audience's problems, and if they pass through that, if they are passing through that problem as well, they will surely feel me. They can surely connect with me. So that's the best way to relate with your audience problem, by telling your story. So that's the next part of the script. And then after that, you can then explain your solution. And in your explaining your solution, do not just straightforward and say, for example, in my case, I can say, so buy my course, enroll in my course about video marketing. I should not just do that. I should explain my course in a very distinct and unique way. And so that's the importance of having that signature program that you will name your program. So in my case, it's named Create. So I named it in a way that they never heard before. It's totally distinct and unique. And if you do that, your audience will actually focus on you. And by the way, this is a tip that I want to give you right now. You should always think of a name that's so unique that your audience never heard before, so that they will never look at anyone else's programs, but just your program. So see how powerful that is. You need to have that program as well. And again, if you are in the physical product niche or some other types of niche, you might you can also do this, just think of other ideas to position your product different from anybody else's out there. So for example, if yours is a restaurant, of course, you have the name of a restaurant, but you need to have some kind of distinct feature in your restaurant that's different from everyone else's out there. So if you're selling pizza, I don't know, we have 10 layers of toppings. Maybe you can name your pizza the 10-layer toppings pizza can solve all your hunger. Something I don't know, something like that. So, uh, yep, right. So, yep, that's something that you can do. So, of course, and then here, what I recommend you to do is that you can then uh, introduce your product, and then you can mention about the features and the benefits of your product. For example, you have the three pillars of clearing your mind so that you'll be the best coach ever, something like that. And then pillar number one is blah 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 blah. Pillar number two, yada yada, something like that. So see what I did right there in explaining your solution. You can position your program as distinct, and then you need to mention that distinct name, and then talk about the features and benefits, and you can mention about the three pillars of something, or the three concepts, or the three principles of our program, something like that, in your product. All right, so after introducing your solution, the product that can solve the problems, uh, chances are you wanted them to click that buy now button right away. But before that, the best way to do this is actually to build anticipation. And the best way to build anticipation, and because they're already getting excited at this part that this program will solve my problem. This is amazing. But to make it even more amazing, the next part that you need to add is a social proof. And the best way, of course, to add a social proof is to add some video testimonials from your previous students, previous members. So it's a great idea to ask some video testimonials, so that you can add that as your social proof. If you don't have video testimonials, you can also add text and maybe just add them as slides in your video, and that can work as well. But video testimonials are still the most powerful one. And if you still don't have any social proof of them at the moment, what you can do is, search some stats, or maybe quotes from thought leaders in your niche. For example, you can quote what Robert Kiyosaki did, or any thought leader in your industry, and you can add that as a social proof. If you still don't have video testimonials at the moment, although if you can, the best way to do this is actually to add video testimonials from your previous students. All right. So after that, you can then go to the last part, which is, of course, you need to tell them what to do next. Now that they got excited, they saw some social proof, testimonials, and they are excited to join your program, you still need to tell them what to do. Like, so click the button below, and you'll be taken to blah, 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 checkout page. You can enter your information and enroll in my program, something like that. Or if you're a local business, you can visit our shop. This is the address, or you can call this phone or number on the screen, and we can continue our conversation, something like that. We can book your appointment, something like that. So here in call to action, all you have to do is just tell them what to do. All right, so does that make sense? Did you get this video script formula that I showed? All right. Okay. Yep. So once you have this formula, it's really up to you if you wanna go through them and write your script word per word, and that's what I've been doing in the past as well. I spend like even days, even a week to to actually write my script. But lately, my daughter is calling me. uh, but I realized that sometimes you don't have to write your script word per word. Sometimes all you have to do is follow this outline and just talk casually. And sometimes that's even more effective because it's casual, it's personal, it's very informal, and in many cases, people can relate better with that kind of talking head video. So uh, what I what I recommend you to try is do this as well, and just get used to talking on camera. I know that it's really weird talking to an object, but just train yourself talking to a camera, like that camera is your best friend or your spouse, and just talk casually, and you don't have to follow a word per word script. Just make a hook and, for example, start with a question, introduce yourself, and don't worry if you make mistakes, because anyway you can edit that and you can just cover those mistakes along the way. The important thing here is that you can try recording yourself, following this script right here, this outline that I showed you. So is this something that you're planning to do as well? Practice recording your video without writing your script word per word? Of course, yeah, it's good to try. Yeah, and I can tell you that once you try that, you will realize that this is actually a lot easier than writing my script word per word. Yeah, yeah, of course. If you still want to use your script word per word, that's totally fine as well. I actually did in my last program, motion ads, and of course it still works. But what's working for me right now is that, like I said, uh, I realized that I'm actually going outside my comfort zone. So I'm training myself to try to create a video without a script and just talking casually. And so far, lately, it's working well for me. And of course, if you want to write your script word per word, that's totally fine as well. Just do what works for you. I just want to say that for me personally, lately, this is something that I'm now doing. All right, so like I said, this is the traditional video script. And of course, you can just follow this format, and this is the academically correct way of doing it. But like I said, don't be boxed by this rule. Don't be limited by this rule. You can go crazy and do things in your own. You can even rearrange these things if you want. But there's just two things that I want to point out that you should not do. And that is you should not start your video by introducing yourself, and we made these mistakes in the past as well. We have these videos of real estate videos in the past wherein it started with, "Hi, my name is blah 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 blah, and I'm a real estate agent." And if you do that, you just wasted because the first like 3 to 5 seconds of your video is really crucial. And if you just introduce yourself during that very first part, your audience actually don't care. They really don't care. They watch your video because not because of you, but because they wanted to achieve some result that you can bring to them. So that must be the very first part that you need to show them. You need to mention about the result, a big promise or something. Just don't, or maybe a montage of video to excite them, but just don't start your video by introducing yourself. The next one is that avoid saying like, "Attention marketers," or "Attention business owners," "Attention homeowners." And again, that's something that I also did in the past, and it was working some years ago. But I learned from all the boot camps that I joined from really big guys out there that during this time around, people don't like to be called out. So avoid, using that in your script. Avoid saying "attention," whatever. Rather, you need to say things in another way. So instead of saying "attention marketers," for example, I can say, or "attention video marketers," like in my case, I can say, as someone who has been doing video marketing for quite some time now, something like that. So instead of saying "attention your niche" or your target audience, you can say, "as someone who has been like this or doing this." So those are just two things that I want you to avoid. But again, you can just play around with this and just create a content that works for you and make your video really distinct. So before we continue, I actually want you to watch some unique, distinct videos here from marketers that are really crushing it. But if you watch their video, they actually broke this rule. They didn't follow the script, but their video is working well. So let me just share my screen right here. So are you familiar with ClickFunnels? And by the way, I'm not showing these videos to sell you this product. In fact, I'm not a member of this. I don't use this product myself, but I just wanted to use this as learning material for us to see how they did their sales video without following that rule. So like I said, you can actually break that rule. So let's start with ClickFunnels.
There's just been so many tools out there. Very few have been aggregated to do everything you need to do to create success.
ClickFunnels came out of nowhere. They took the marketplace by storm, just like Apple did when they first launched the iPhone.
ClickFunnels allows you to sell a product online quicker and faster than anything you've ever seen in your life.
It's just a simple way of making pages that convert. I mean, they're like business-oriented templates that already start beautiful that you can very easily customize.
I can be one guy sitting in a basement somewhere with a dream and a picture in my head, and in like no time at all, I've got this finished product. And it's not just a mock-up, dude, it's a finished product.
It's just drag and drop instead of coding.
I think that most people, when they hear technology, they get scared. You don't have to be scared anymore.
It's taking the sales process from in-person and just transferring the exact thing online.
Rather than taking a shotgun and blasting an entire market, you take this targeted approach and find the people who really are coming towards you already and help them along.
You can lead them through the steps of, okay, here's who we are, here's what we do, would you like to get some more information? Yes, okay, great.
So I had someone ask me that the other day. They said, what business can you use it with? And I said, everything.
We help gyms scale their businesses.
We're in the weight loss industry.
I have goats.
Teaching people how to do e-com.
We have a coaching.
All right, so let me just pause it right there. But as you can see, you got the idea. They did not follow that rule that I showed you earlier. Let me again share my screen right here. They did not start with a hook and then introduce themselves. In fact, you almost don't see Russell Brunson introducing himself in that sales video, but it's almost like a social proof overall. Can you see what they did right there? But while doing that social proof, they are also explaining the product right here. They are explaining their solution, and they are also relating with the problems of their audience. And it's no question that, of course, ClickFunnels is, their video is very effective. So that's what I'm trying to say here by breaking the rule. You don't have to follow this formula, but you can think of ways to jumble these things together and maybe make your video unique, but still very effective. But of course, you can only do that once you understand the concept of each of these elements of a sales video script. So, yep, so that's something that I recommend you to do. So after doing your content, I hope this already makes sense. So do we have a question here before I proceed? Because this is the most important part of this webinar. Before I proceed to the next part. Is that clear already? Okay, I think it's already clear. So let's then proceed to the next one. After crafting your content, whether you write your script word per word or just an outline as your guide, of course, the next thing that you need to do is to record your video. If you plan to do talking head video or live action video, you record some live action videos. Or if you plan to do animated videos, of course, you will not record videos, but you will gather materials like animations and whatnot that you can use for your video. And this is pretty straightforward. I don't have to dig deeper into this. And then, of course, the next one is to edit your video. And by the way, about editing, this is something that you can either do yourself if you are a do-it-yourself guy. But of course, if you think video editing is not for you, of course, you can always outsource, right? And finally, of course, once you have that video, you can then publish it to your sales page, like what I did here. So, all right, as you can see here, I already mentioned a lot of information. And in fact, some of the things that I said here, you can also just search them online. And information is all over the place right now. And it's even free, and you can just search them online and get them however you want. But the question is that if all the video creation information is just free and just available out there, then why is it that not everyone is crushing it with videos, right? Why is it that not everyone is having this high converting sales video that's working well for them. And does that make sense? And the answer is that information alone is actually not enough. And I don't know if you agree with me, but even myself, I enrolled to some other courses in the past that I already totally forgot. I think I just started the first module and then I did not continue. And that's the problem with information overload. So information alone is actually not enough. And so what you need rather is the right environment, the right community, and motivation and accountability, plus of course the right resources. Because even if you have all the information all over the place online today, of course it's really great to filter them out, if what's the good information, if what's the correct information, if who is teaching the right way to do it and all that. So of course you need to have the right resources and the right environment and community. If you're doing this with with like-minded people, it's really different. And I also joined some boot camp last year and last month, and it's really different compared to just going over a course yourself and by yourself. It's really different if it's a boot camp wherein you have this like-minded people and you are pushing each other. You have this accountability, and it's a lot easier for you to accomplish your goal if you are in the right community. That's the reason why I put up this bootcamp called 5-Day Sales Video Bootcamp. So what is this all about? So for this bootcamp, you will create your unique high converting sales video in 5 days. So of course, we will apply all those things that I talked about earlier, although I also went even deeper inside the members area. So I divided them into different, into 5 days so that it's not overwhelming. So there are specific tasks from day 1 to 5 that you will just follow and do, and post them in our Facebook group. And yep, we have a community so that we will encourage and motivate one another and work with like-minded individuals until we finally finish or create that high converting sales video in a matter of 5 days. So for this one, all you have to do is spend at least 30 minutes a day in 5 days. So, even if you say you're a really busy person, I think you can allot at least 30 minutes a day in 5 days until you finally finish your sales video. So again, as you can see here, this bootcamp is also designed for busy individuals. So that should not be a big problem if you think time is not so easy these days. And then, like I said earlier, this is an implementation-based program. This is not just a course that you will watch and then do nothing, but it's more of an implementation-based program. So again, there are tasks that are given each day that you will accomplish, so that you will be motivated, and you will have that accountability to finally finish your sales video. And of course, there are also some resources, the right resources that you need for you to be able to craft a high converting sales video that will actually work. And we also have a price as well. Yep. And for those who will be posting their works on our Facebook group, and I will be checking them. And then at the end of that, this bootcamp on the fifth day, I will choose. I don't know, maybe 1 or 2. Let's see how it goes. Who will have a one-on-one coaching with me, and we will actually craft your messaging that you can use not just for your sales video, but for your business in general. So to encourage you to actually take action and finish your sales video. And then at the end of this bootcamp, we will also have a graduation webinar, and we will learn how to drive quality traffic to your sales video. And a part of it is those things that I showed in the video marketing universe earlier, the big picture, and we will dig deeper into that in that webinar. And I will show you what's working this time around, because actually things has changed, those things that we've been learning from gurus before, wherein all you have to do is bring traffic from somewhere and then bring them to an opt-in page or a very long webinar or whatever in a very direct way. It's no longer working well. So I'm going to show you rather the best way to do it this time around, which is actually to build relationship. And the best way to do that today on social media is, of course, the use of social videos. So yep, we will also have a webinar by the end of this bootcamp. And through this bootcamp, you will be able to stop, spending on unnecessary video apps, because through this bootcamp, you will understand the apps, the software that you just need, and you will see that chances are you just only need maybe one software, and that's actually enough, and you know that there's a lot of softwares being released each and every time this time around, but to be honest, most of them are unnecessary. So by going over this bootcamp, you will just learn the software that you need, so that you will stop buying unnecessary software that are being hyped these days. And of course, in this bootcamp, you can stop hiding and let your voice be heard. And like what I said earlier, if you have that personalized offer that you want to bring out to the world for them to see and hear your voice, then you can learn how to do that in this bootcamp. And of course, ultimately, I want you to be transferred from being unknown to a thriving entrepreneur. So just to share you some success stories, this is Shane Malling. He was a real estate agent, but he's actually already a broker now and an appraiser. But when he was still starting out, I helped him a lot with creating his sales videos. And even if he was totally new during that time, he was able to close a lot of sales. And he actually has a video right here that I want you to watch. So
Hello, Shane here.
And I think I need to optimize the audio for okay, let me share this again.
Hello, Shane here. I'm a real estate broker and appraiser, and Cham was a great help when I was starting my real estate career. Even when I was totally new back then, I was able to sell a lot of properties thanks to the videos that Cham helped me create. So even those seasoned real estate brokers were totally amazed, and they were wondering how I was able to close a lot of sales, even though I was still a newbie in the industry back then. Well, my secret is, guess what? Videos. Cham understands very well not just the content that you have to include in your marketing, but also the visuals that you have to show. So if you sell any product or provide any services and you want to get more clients and customers through videos, Cham's program can surely bring you to the right direction.
So as you can see right there, so yep, that's just one of the many business owners that I help with my videos. And another one is this guy, Mark Harry, and he's actually an SEO expert, a legend in the industry actually, and he's been doing SEO for like more than a decade already. And so I created a lot of videos for him as well, and he told me that he used that videos to get a lot of leads, especially on LinkedIn. And right now, I think they are using another platform as well. And yep, he told me that the videos that I created for him are really useful. So that's really just how powerful videos really are, you know. And another one is Ramses also, and I helped him in his two businesses. The first one was in his ESL program, and we created this video for him. And then lately, I also helped him create this video for their car dealership at Hyundai. And again, he was really amazed with the video that we come up with. And right now, they are using this video to, of course, close sales in selling Hyundai cars. So this is just a few of the many success stories of people that I help when it comes to creating and crafting sales videos that they use to sell their products and services successfully in their business. So yep, let me just demonstrate to you the members area of the sales video bootcamp. So yep, this is the members area of the sales video bootcamp. So as you can see here, we have this, of course, the welcome video, and also I added some pre-training videos. And then here's the main part, which is actually the daily challenge. So for example, in day number 1, you can see here, I have this video instructing what to do in that day, and you have that task of the day. And for some, I also added some worksheet. So that's just how it works for all the daily challenge. And then of course, I also added some bonuses. And as you can see, I have 3 here right now. And one big bonus that I just added recently is this one, the animated elements. And I actually thought twice of adding this, but I just want to add some more value, so I also added it as well. So as you can see, I added this animated flat elements that you may want to add to your sales video as well, and there's a bunch of them in different categories, as you can see here. So this is one big bonus that I added to this bootcamp if you will join right now. So as you can see right here, there's a lot of them. So yep, that's the members area of the sales video bootcamp. And you can see what you're viewing. Can you guys see my screen right now? Oh, you can. Oh, sorry for that. Let me try to reshare that again. Sorry. I guess I was not able to choose the. Okay. Can you see it right now? Can you see the screen right now? Okay, good. So let me just share that again. Sorry for that. I guess I just shared the PowerPoint and I wasn't able to share my screen. So let me do this one more time, just the demo part, right? So this is the members area of the sales video bootcamp. As you can see here, so we have this welcome video, of course, to welcome you. And we also have pre-training videos. And then this is the main part, which is actually the daily challenge. And then, for example, for day number 1, I have this short video instructing you what to do on that day. And then here I also added the task of the day. And for some of them, there are also some worksheet that is actually optional if you want to download and print and use that. Although, of course, you can just do your own notes if you wanted to as well. So that's just basically it for this daily challenge from day 1 to 5. But aside from that, I also added some bonuses. So I have 3 here right now. And the main one that I want to show you today is this one, the animated elements bonus. And I actually thought twice in adding this one. I went back and forth, but I thought of course, adding more value to the members. And so that's the reason why I added this bonus recently as well. So as you can see, these are animated elements in different categories that you can actually add to your sales videos to make them pop up even more. So there we go. There's a lot of them. All right, until book. So as you can see, there's really a lot of them. All right, so yep, that's the members area of the member area of the sales video bootcamp. But let me also show some optional add-on in the funnel. And the first one is Filmorista. And Filmorista is my complete training on how to use Filmora 10 to edit your videos. And in the past, for some of you, you enrolled to my previous course called Vidtasia. And previously, I've been recommending Camtasia, which is still great. I still recommend it up to now as well. But recently, I stumbled upon Filmora, and when I played around with it, I realized that it's another great alternative that you can use to edit your videos, do screen capture, and do like almost everything that you can do inside Camtasia as well. And the good thing about Filmora is that it's a lot more affordable compared to Camtasia, and so and that's the reason why I wanted to recommend it to you as well. But again, this is an optional add-on. For example, if you already have Camtasia and you want to stick with Camtasia, then that's fine, right? That's good enough. But for those of you who are still looking for an app that they can use to edit videos and learn how to use an app, then you might want to consider adding this program as well, which is Filmorista. But again, this is totally optional. You can either get it or not. But I just want to mention it as well. So again, let me show you the members area of Filmorista as well. So let me just see it from here. Yep, so this is the members area of Filmorista. So as you can see here, it's really in-depth, like how I did the Vintage training before. So I discussed how to edit a live action video, from importing, arranging, final touches, and then screen capture, and then finally how to create animations using that software as well. All right, so yep, that's the optional add-on in case you wanna consider it as well. And yep, I already showed you the members area. And finally, I just want to talk about my final upsell. And this is something that I've been building. I started to introduce this to some of you at the end of last year, but a lot of things has changed recently. And my initial plan for this one actually drastically changed because I realized that there's a lot more things that I need to include in this program. And this is the program that I'm actually, the big program, my signature program that I'm building. And in the future, I might be focusing all of my attention in this program already. And currently, it's still on beta because I'm still building this. And actually, already a few of you already joined this program at the end of last year. And of course, right now, I'm still looking for more beta members or founding members. But before that, I just want to explain to you the pillars. As you can see here, the pillars of this big program that I'm currently building. And the first one is the personalized goal and offer. And I kind of talked about this earlier when I explained that personalized offer part. But of course, I want to expand more into that in the first pillar of this program. And of course, I want to dig deeper into making that personalized goal on, having that deeper purpose on asking yourself why are you doing what you're doing, and personalizing things so that your offer or your product or your service will be unique, something that's personalized for you, and how to attract that audience whom you wanted to attract. So this is the things that you will learn in this first pillar. And then the next pillar is about visual branding and messaging. And here I want to expand more about the principles of design, graphics, the psychology of color, what should be the color that you should use for your branding. And I will give examples of why this specific color for a specific business is really successful. Like, for example, why is it that McDonald's is using red and yellow? And you might be wondering why. And actually, there's a reason for that, and some other colors as well, so that you can check on your branding, your visual messaging. And again, earlier I talked about using animated videos on visualizing abstract ideas. So again, I will dig really deep into that in this pillar. And of course, the types of shots in your live action video, what should be the type of shot, the angles that you will use, how to frame yourself or your product to make it look not just professional visually, but to to subconsciously attract your audience and make them want that product. Just kind of attract them, kind of hypnotize them visually for them to be attracted with your product. So those are the things that I want to talk about in this pillar. And then pillar number 3, which is where this masterclass is included, is the sales video funnel. And earlier I talked about that, front end OTO 1 and 2 or upsells 1 and 2 that you may want to design. And of course, here I also want to include the design of maybe using a webinar or a video series or something like that within the funnel. And of course, within this one is this thing that we are talking about right now, which is also your sales video. But again, actually, what I just showed you right now is just the surface of everything. There's a lot more things that we need to talk about, and I will discuss and I will show more of this. I will show all of those things. Sorry, within this pillar right here. All right, so finally is the final pillar is the video traffic pillar. And again, I talked about in that video marketing universe, I showed that Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. And actually, this is really a wide topic, broad topic. There's a lot of things that we need to talk about here, like how to run video ads properly on Facebook, on Instagram, how to take advantage of the SEO aspect of YouTube also. And if you want to get views fast, get audience fast, how to build relationship with your audience for long term and all that. So all of those things are included in this pillar right here. And again, it's really hard to talk about all the contents of this program within this in this webinar, but basically that's just an overview of the things that I will be showing in this big program that I'm currently creating right now. So this will be the final upsell in this offer that I'm offering you today. So it will be like this. So the front end will be the boot camp, and that is only $17. Really affordable, to be honest. And then optionally, if you will go to the checkout page, there will be an option for you to add Filmorista if you wanted to. Again, it's pretty optional. If you don't like, that's totally fine. And then finally, you will be brought to this funnel of the create page. And I have a video right there explaining what this is all about and why I built this and why I'm building this program. And the regular pricing for a beta membership, yes, this is still on beta, is 3 payments of $97 or one-time fee of $247. But, and this is my special offer for you, especially for you who joined this webinar. If you join right now or in the next few hours, you can just join at $197. And yep, I will fix the pricing later on, and I will make things cheaper for you because again, you took action and I want to reward you for doing so. So later on, I will make the price $197 for you if you join today, and that will be my, my reward because you joined this webinar today. And if you will join today, you can become a founding member of this program at a very affordable price, because in the future, like I said, I will be exerting more of my effort for this program, and I will soon sell this at maybe starting at $497, and then maybe in the future maybe $997 or maybe even more if I will create this program bigger and bigger. But right now, I'm giving you the chance to join at a very affordable price compared to when I will already finish building this program and bringing it out for public. And I can say from experience that and I believe you also agree with me that if you really want to be successful, you need to invest in a program like this. In a bigger program wherein it shows you almost everything that you need to grow your business from where you wanted it to be to where you wanted it to be. And for example, for me in the past, like I believe it's 2017 or by the end of 2016 or something, I enrolled into this program, Business by Design, and it was really expensive, to be honest. It was almost $2,000, but I can say that it's totally worth it. And because I invested into that program, what I'm doing today and everything that I'm doing right now is based on what I learned from that program. So it really helped me long term. And the money that I spent in that program, actually, I was able to probably double or even triple the amount that I gained because of the things that I learned from that program. And recently I did it again. I enrolled into this program wherein I am learning the messaging part of videos. So as you can see, a lot of the things that I showed today are things that I learned from that program. And again, I invested almost $2,000 for that because I know that it can help me well. So this is the funnel and the pricing. So if you join right now, which I will make the pricing of this one later on, 197, you will have that one-time fee price of Create while I build it together with you at that very affordable price compared to the price when I will already make this program really big and bring it out there to public. So yep, I highly recommend that you join us here as well. All right, so for you to join, all you have to do is visit this link, chamaltatis.com/bootcamp. And or if a partner actually brought you to here, you can also just click that link of the partner who recommended this to you, because I want to make sure that they get their commission in recommending this program to you as well. And by the way, the bootcamp starts on April 1st. So if you join right now, you can just watch the pre-training videos, and then on April 1st, we will start day number 1. Okay, I think we don't have any questions right here. So I will see you. I will see you soon inside the bootcamp and probably inside Create as well. So again, thanks a lot for being with me in this webinar, and I'll talk to you soon. So bye everyone.